EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Marchich here with your outlook for January 4th, 2024. It is Thursday. The Thursday video forecast is proudly sponsored by North Penn Car Wash in Lansdale, Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. Keep your vehicle looking great all the time and stop wasting your money on those costly individual washes with North Penn Car Wash's Unlimited Car Wash Club. You can join at a very low price starting at just $13.95 per month, and it's the only place where weather doesn't matter. Snow, ice, and roadway salt and brine season is starting very soon. It's what I like to call slop season. Your car or truck can turn into a cruddy mess very quickly, but you don't have to break the bank in order to keep your vehicle clean. With North Penn Car Wash's Unlimited Car Wash Club, you can stop by as often as you like within the calendar month to get a fresh wash for that one low monthly rate. They are North Penn Car Wash, 986 Sumneytown Pike in Lansdale, Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. Proud sponsors of the Thursday video forecast. So first and foremost, yesterday we set a daily record with over 70,000 YouTube views. So you guys are really paying attention to what I'm saying here, and hopefully just watching it is also comprehending, because I haven't really been putting out too much in the way of snow totals yet, and I was giving you a lot of scenarios and things like that. Today I'm going to get a little bit more detailed of the areas I think that are going to get into the snow for this upcoming the upcoming weekend. But if you would, I noticed I got some subscribers yesterday. If you in the bottom right hand corner of this video, just hover up over the bottom right hand corner of the video, there'll be a subscribe button there that pops up. If you would, please subscribe to the channel and click to get notifications, so you're not relying on social media notifications to say, hey, he has a new video, so you don't miss it. Okay, so it's great that you guys are watching, and I really appreciate everybody watching it, but you know, especially this time of year when you have things going on. But you know, make sure you subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Okay, so today is of course Thursday. We have a upper level system that's sitting over, actually escorted by a trough. There's a trough coming in here, so it's going to be turning colder today as this trough comes in. And at the same time, there is an area low pressure off the southeastern U.S. coastline. It's going to be moving away in this direction. This is the northern stream energy, and the northern stream energy might have a few flurries possible across the far northern areas this morning, and then so a little bit more in the way of clouds this morning before giving way to partly to mostly sunny skies this afternoon. So we'll call it intervals of clouds and sun today. It will turn breezy this afternoon. That's going to be the big deal today, and turning colder with falling temperatures as it does so. It's not going to be a crash, but these temperatures see above me 38 to 44. That's early on, okay? And then the temperatures will fall through the 30s and escorted in by the wind with this trough. And you can see the winds are generally going to be 10 to 15 with gusts to 25 for most of us. Once you get later in the afternoon, our eastern areas here, these areas right in here, can gust 25 to 30. And that'll go up until about maybe an hour or two past sunset, and then they die down. And that's it. Okay, so that is your day today. Tomorrow's a mostly sunny, not an issue with the wind. Tomorrow, normal northwest 5 to 10 on Friday, but mostly sunny skies are expected. Okay? See my head swiveling a lot here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 screens in front of me. I'm kind of getting data from all over the place at the same time. So somebody asked me that in email today. Why you're constantly doing this? Well, because there's screens everywhere here I'm looking at the same time. So I'm trying to keep everything organized. We got a look at this system coming in here. I'm going to do a zoomed in version, but I want to show you what the system looks like from a broad perspective coming up the East Coast. This is our winter storm for the weekend, and it starts here in the deep south and moves up the eastern seaboard. Now, this will not be snow for everyone, okay? And I talked about this in the previous video. Some of you are going to get just rain out of this, and I think the general demarcation line is going to be the fall line, which is very close to I-95. We talked about that in the last couple days as well. But even areas northwest of the fall line will get a changeover to rain at some point, and I'll show you where those areas are too. But I do think the interior areas that we outlined in the previous couple of videos are still solid for a significant snowfall. It's not going to be a major snowstorm that's going to paralyze you. This is not something we need to run to the grocery stores and get the milk, eggs, and bread here. Like everybody always says, this is not that kind of storm. This is not a hype-based storm, and I try to keep this level-headed as much as I could throughout this entire event so people don't start throwing these crazy, and they're throwing these ridiculous snow maps out here, Kushera maps and everything else, that really don't know what they're doing with these maps, and they're just putting these totals that are like 12 to 16 inches. Like, come on, no, we're not getting 12 to 16 inches. Okay, so I'm giving you a realistic view here today. So that was the broad view. Okay, and this is moving rather quickly. It's going to come in late Saturday afternoon or early evening from southwest to northeast, and this is going to end by daybreak on Sunday. We're probably not going to have much on Sunday except for maybe a lingering snow shower here and there, and that's it. So this is not a Sunday deal. Here is, oh, that's the wrong one. Here's the European model. This is going to go in 3-hour increments, but this does a precipitation type breakdown for our area specifically. Watch as I move this forward. This is late afternoon here on Saturday. See the snow start moving up to the north, and look where it's going. Okay, it's targeting those interior areas that we spoke about. But look at the southeastern fringe here. Even places across southeast PA that are farther northwest of the fall line are getting a change over to rain, or at least a mix with rain. You might start off with snow there, but very briefly, and then it goes over to rain. All right, southeast of 95, you are probably all rain from this. Philadelphia, you might get like a trace or 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, something like that, and then your rain. Okay, you're not getting, this is not your storm, and I don't think you're going to get in those areas. There's a lot of winter to go. I don't want you to be discouraged, thinking like, oh, here we go. It's one of those winters again. We didn't get anything last year, and here we go again. It's only January 7th. You're probably not going to get anything. Until we get closer to maybe the middle of the month. Okay, there's another chance there, and then we have chances well beyond that going well into February. Okay, this is not the end of the world, but the interior areas also were shafted last year, and they're going to get some of this. Okay, it's just a climatologically favored area for this type of storm to get the best snow, and you can see where it's going, and it's targeting those same areas we outlined before, and I'll show you where I think it's going to be in a second. I'm going to use the RGEM to show you another look at this, but this just continues into eastern Pennsylvania, northeast PA, and then across northern Jersey, and then that moves out. And this is looking at Sunday morning at 7 o'clock, leftover snow shower, and that's about it, okay, on Sunday morning. Going over to the RGEM, I'm using this instead of the NAM because it is a 10-kilometer resolution, so it's a little bit easier to see the changes of rain and snow and the lines and things like that. The NAM is 12-kilometer resolution, not quite as resolute as this. So we're going to use this and move it forward, but it's doing the same thing the European model is doing. This is also doing 1-hour increments. So this comes in, again, late afternoon Saturday, moves northeastward, targeting these same areas as it moves from the south central Pennsylvania, or all of the central Pennsylvania, into eastern and east central and northeastern Pennsylvania, then northern New Jersey. But again, here in the RGM, look what it's doing. Rain line is all the way up to here, where it changes over, even all the way up to, and possibly including Quakertown. Okay, Quakertown. So above Lansdale, above Percy, above Doylestown. All right, above Phoenixville, above Westchester. All these places here probably change over to rain at some point, but you might get some minor accumulations of snow before that happens. And we're going to have a map out today at 5 o'clock, our first call map, but I'm just trying to keep you grounded here. I don't want you to think we're getting these tremendous amounts of snow. However, these areas up here, you go north of that line here, you split like maybe Berks County in half, go to like Fall 78 basically. Take I-78 like this, even through New Jersey, kind of like this. You get north of that line right there, and you're going to get a solid hit. Okay, solid hit. This whole area in here is going to get a solid hit. And I think you're going to be looking at, 4, 5, 6, maybe even 8 inches of snow in some places. Some of these higher elevations might get up to 10. I think that's probably your cap. But that would be up here in the northeastern areas. If you're going to get 10 inches, it's going to be somewhere up in here, I think. Maybe even far northwestern New Jersey. Those are probably your areas that could get to 10 inches. But the rest of us, you're not getting to a foot out of this, it doesn't look like. And the vast majority of these areas that stay all snow, or at least mostly snow, are going to be generally in that 4 to 7, 5 to 8 category. That seems reasonable and realistic. So I just don't want to, get your hopes up thinking this is going to be a blockbuster storm. We might have those as we go through winter. This isn't it. And for our southeastern areas that aren't getting anything here, this just isn't your storm. That's fine. But there's plenty of opportunities in the pipeline, so don't be discouraged if you're a snow lover in those areas. I know you've waited a long time, but I kind of messaged this all week that area is probably not looking at a lot of snow. The questionable areas are going to be right in here, right in there. That's the areas I'm worried about. The fringe areas, they're always the toughest to forecast, and can go either way, where you get snow or rain or both. Maybe starts off as snow, goes over to rain. That's probably more likely in those areas there. But if you get northwest of Philadelphia and say southern Buck, southern Montgomery, southern Chester, southeastern Lancaster, those places, you're going to have some issues, I think. Okay, and that same thing goes into central New Jersey as well. Southern Hunterdon, southern Somerset. southern Middlesex County. Those are all areas that are going to have issues. So we're going to break that down on our map today. We have it out at 5 with a full discussion. But taking this beyond this storm, again, this is just going to end. This is 7 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, just a leftover snow shower, just like the European model has. So it's almost the same idea. We're kind of honing in on what we're expecting here, and the timing is pretty close. For the rest of the week, in the wake of the system, Monday is back to a mostly sunny day, still seasonably chilly. And then Tuesday, we have to watch for the next system. This is going to be it is a rainmaker. And I don't want to lead you astray here thinking this is going to be coming a snowstorm or anything like that. But there is a antecedent high pressure that is sitting over the top here, and it's rather strong. It's shown here to be rather strong, about 1,033 millibars. That's pretty strong. So you're getting a little bit of cold air damming initially as this warm air advection is running into this high. So here's their warm air advection like this. There's your warm front moving this way. But because there's cold air at the surface, this could start off as snow or a thump of snow. Might not be a thumper necessarily, but there's going to be some snow at the start for the interior again. Same areas that are going to get hit today with the most, or actually not today, Saturday night with that snow. We'll start off with snow with this next system before going over to rain, and again, southeastern areas will be rain from start to finish with this particular wave, which is going to go through the day here on Tuesday night, and then it ends on Wednesday morning. We're going to get more into that system once this system is behind us. I really wanted to focus on that first system first, and again, I hope you paid attention to this and understand where I'm coming from. Don't try to kill me and shoot the messenger for giving you probably things that you didn't want to hear, but I have to be realistic. I'm a straight shooter, shoot from the hip, and I'm not going to blow smoke up your you-know-what, okay? That's the way it is. There'll be more storms down the pipeline for those of you who are getting shafted, but some areas in the interior will benefit nicely out of this with a significant snowfall. Again, weather alerts today, 5 o'clock. We'll have the first call and discussion. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is your outlook for January 4th, 2024. Have a great Thursday.